Hey, this is Neil Wadier, your resilience coach, helping you grow and thrive through stress and adversity. Today's discussion is from Ralph Waldo Emerson quote. He said, "To be yourself in a world constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." And that's something that I originally that I struggled with when I thought about taking the skills that I learned and fine tuned in the military and working towards a private consulting firm, a coaching firm. What do I want to do is in retirement? And one of the biggest struggles that I had was, how do I make that happen? And I kept looking at what everybody else was doing and trying to emulate them. And a lot of things they talked about were sales tactics, communication tactics, and that's exactly what it felt like. Were tactics or sleazy sales. And I just knew that there wasn't something that I wanted to do. And it was a couple other people that I talked to that kept saying, you don't need to sell something that you truly believe in. You produce the content, you create a community around the content and your belief and your skills, and provide it for free, and people will come to you eventually, the people that believe in what you have to say. And so that's what I started doing, is just putting out the content, having discussions with people, and refining the message and practicing the message. And that's what I continue to do, is to refine and practice over and over again. And putting myself out for everyone to hear is actually very a little unnerving sometimes, because that's all this is. It's constant practice, constant improvement. But as long as I focus on growth as a constant goal, I'm okay putting myself out there and willing to take the criticism, to take the constructive criticism, sometimes the rude criticism, and make it better. And so that's what I would challenge you with, is what are you doing that you're holding back from? What are you trying to emulate other people doing? And there are some things that you can learn from the past, so you don't have to redo other people's mistakes. That's fine. But what are you doing to improve the product or improve the process? Or what skills or ideas are of yours that you're failing to utilize or put out into the world because you're so worried about other people and what other people are doing? Something that is a little bit scary for me is, I'm doing this a little bit different because I don't have a business plan. I'm still working on my website, but I'm putting out content, but without some of those things that people tell me that I need. And especially like with the business plan, people say, well, who's your target market? Well, I don't know. I'm just putting out the content, and I hope that at first that somebody's going to catch on, and a few people are. And it's just having that conversation. And eventually I want to dial that in, but with the help of the people that are interested in what I'm trying to do. And I don't want to limit myself. And so, one thing that you do, and they teach you in business school and when writing a business plan and all these business mentors, is, the analysis and who's your competitors and where are you going with all this. And the one thing that I thought about is, why am I so concerned about that? I'm not immediately trying to sell a product. I'm not opening a coffee shop down the street from a Starbucks and worried about them taking over my business. I'm not starting a electrical contracting company. This is ideas and skills that I'm presenting out to the world. And I don't feel the need to worry about who my competitors are, because honestly, I look at the things that are being done, and they're all valuable. But I'm not doing leadership. I'm not doing management. I'm not doing some of these other things that originally I wanted to do that. What did I learn in the military that I wanted to pass on to other people? And that's the first thing you think about, is leadership. Everybody's doing leadership. Well, what am I doing different than a lot of people is resilience and mental awareness and mental performance. Optimizing human performance through the mental capabilities. That's something that a lot of people aren't even talking about. So I'm honestly not even worried about who my competitors are. So that it's the joy of, I want to put my information out into the world. I want to create a community. I want to have conversations with people. I want to learn. I want to continue to learn. I want to get better at the idea of mental performance and resilience. And I don't want to conform to what other people are doing. I want to learn, but I want to create. I don't want to be the next Tony Robbins, or I don't want to be the next Zig Ziglar. I want to be me. So that's how I'm branding. I'm branding off of my name because I want to be the first me of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create, I'm trying to create a business, but I'm trying to create a community. And so I'm not worried about what other people are doing. I'm not worried about what other people are thinking. Because you take lessons from the past, sure, you can learn some things, but you can also get stuck and you can limit yourself. So I don't want to be limited by the ideas of the past. I want to create something new, and I want to create something great, and I want to create a community. So my challenge to you is, what are the things that you're trying to emulate that maybe aren't really within your character, or maybe they're not really the things that you're trying to do, or challenge? What are the things that you're trying to do, but how can you create something better, and really improve either something that's existing, make something good to great, or create something that nobody else is talking about? And it seems so awkward to have that conversation. She's like, well, what possibly is out there that people aren't already doing? And I think about that motivational poster with the light bulb on it, and it talks about, in this one particular date, the patent company said, we don't want to release any more patents because everything's already been invented. That's like, that kind of limited thinking it's just crazy when you look back on it. So make sure that you don't have that thought process now. Go out and create something. What are you good at, and what kind of skills and strengths do you have that you can lend to the world, and you can create a community of your own? So go out and think about that. What are the things that might be limiting? What are the limiting beliefs that you have, and how can you break down that barrier? As always, keep looking out for things to be grateful for. Positivity is very important. Optimism is very important. Gratitude is very, very important. So look for those things that you can be grateful for. Reflect on them by asking yourself what happened, why it happened, who was involved, what were the situations, how can you recreate those events in your life? Go out, find something to be grateful about. Go out and find a limiting belief that you can break through. Thanks for listening.